It's a lovely sunny day in the middle of April, and today I'm going to show you how to prune Buddleia. Now, the best time to do this is middle of March, so I'm a little bit late, but we're going to get it done today anyway. What you'll need is a pruning saw and a pair of secateurs. So let's get to it. So I thought I'd bring you in nice and close today so you can see the precise pruning that we're going to do. We're going to be bringing the Buddleia down quite a lot, so the end height you want to go for is 12 to 18 inches. Now, what I'm going to do is to get started is start by taking away any of these wider shoots. Now, whenever you are cutting something down, make sure it comes to a leaf or a double leaf node here. So we're going for about 18 inches there. That'll be a nice end height there, okay? Same again there. Now, when you've got these whippy growths, you want to leave these because these are going to be your nice new shoots and they're going to have your flowers. Once again, when you are cutting, make sure it's a bit of an angle. Now remember, you can always cut multiple times, but you can never add back on. So you can see I've cut here. However, the next shoot is actually all the way down there. Now I'm thinking long term, that will probably be better down there, because then they're going to shoot off, and then we can cut it to about there next year. This sort of thing's just going to be in the way. Now, on this branch, you've got a leaf up here. However, if you look very carefully, tiny leaf node coming out there, so that's where I'm going to cut to. Okay, so the reason I'm going to be leaving these ones is because I'm a bit late. These ones, if I did this in March, these wouldn't have been here and they would be all at the same height. But because I'm doing it a bit later in the middle of April, this is already this year's growth. So I want to keep that on there. As you can see, I've got nice angled cuts so the rain can wash off and there won't be any rot or damp in there. So I'm happy with that one. And let's move on to the next. I've just spotted. Hello. So there's a few dead bits to be taken out. Now with this one, although it is a very nice branch, you got to think long term, that's just going to come further and further over and join in this side with the other Buddleia, so we don't want that. There is a nice shoot, however, down there. So we're going to cut this right back down to there, which is closer to the ground than 6 to 18 inches, but, sorry, 12 to 18 inches, however, I think that's much needed. Once again, so that's already this year's growth. We're going to be taking these bits off. Now this has two bits here. What I'm probably going to do is take that one off to allow something to come out of here, and that one's on its own. You can see where I've cut it off last year. So in these spots where it's been cut last year, it shot two new shoots, which are like this, to these thick branches. Okay, so we're going to do the same again, and it will help thicken it up and give a better floral display. What you want to avoid also is any crossing members, okay? So you don't want things to cross or rub, because that will just lead to more disease and damage. Also, what you've got to think is, if a branch is in the wrong way, it will be in the wrong way for the rest of its life. So take it out and let it fill in. Okay, so once again, I'm happy with this one. Ultimately, if you're doing it in the middle of March, or beginning and middle of March, this is what you want it to look like. Whereas I'm a bit late, once again, we got these new shoots for this year, so should be looking like that, ideally. Now, just come around here. Don't know if you can see, this one is rubbing, or it will start to rub against that one. So that is going to have to be taken out. Although it's got some nice shoots, I'm going to have to bring it further down. Potentially to there. There we go. And that shoot will come out and fill this void here. That's that one done. Let's go on to the next one. Now, same principle goes to all of them, just taking them down to a leaf. Now, something to bear in mind, if you've got a fairly new Buddleia that you've planted, and let's say it only looks like a stick, so first of all, you want to cut it quite low if it's a newly planted one. Because this one's been planted for quite a while, the more you cut it, the higher you can cut it to create that multi-stem look. So where you cut quite low, then it would split off into two. Then the next two, you cut both of those two a little bit higher, then that will split off into two more sets of two, and so on and so forth. And then you create this multi-stem network. Now here we've got two bits that will be rubbing in the future, so you just got to choose the one that you're actually happier with. I'm going to probably take off this new shoot actually, because that's a lot thicker and more established, and there's a nice cluster down there, so that's why I'm taking that one off. So ultimately it would be nice if they could all be perfectly level. However, you're not going to achieve that realistically with all these shoots at different heights. So just a rough estimate on the height. Any side shoots I'll show you around here. We don't want this sort of thing. Okay, because we want nice, straight upward growth. So you always do your first prune, and then go back round, have a little look again. See if there's anything you want to adapt. I'd say I'm pretty happy with that one. Apart from that stupid thing. But that is this year's growth. My fault for being a little bit late. Anyone notice what that is? Bindweed. That's something that I will need to treat, because it does just infest and wrap itself completely around this Buddleia. Here's a couple of Buddleia that were done about a fortnight ago, and you can see the growth on these compared to the other ones. At the base here they're a lot thicker as well, so it's had years and years of pruning, and it creates this really awesome multi-stem look. In the summer this looks amazing and it's great for the butterflies and bees. So that's the Buddleia pruned, and although it's a bit late in the year to do so, it was much needed. Otherwise it would have completely swamped the area throughout the year. Now the only other prune you're going to need to do is a deadhead in the summer, and apart from that it's this once again, but in March next time. Hope you found this video useful and entertaining. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and I'll catch you on the next time.